In today's video, I'm going into how you seek outside of yourself for worth, for value, and how it energetically is pulling on other people. So continuing the series on this desperate kind of pulling and clinging with others and seeking outside of yourself, in today's video, I want to share how this manifested, created in my life with relationships and with guys. And for years, I would have a guy that would show interest, and then suddenly I would be like, show me more, tell me how much you want me. And it was this energetic thing that was behind it. Like, I didn't even realize I was doing it. But it was always this kind of like I would get clingy and desperate. And when I say desperate, I wasn't even aware. It was this kind of like, I need you to show me. I need you to tell me that I am, worthy. I'm good enough. Like show me in different ways and like take me out for dinner, be around all the time, and even as I talk about it, it's like, I need, this feeling, this energy behind it. And like I said, I didn't realize that I was doing this. And so, it's like I would get into these relationships and then guys would be like, oh, no, this is too much for me, and I completely can see how my energy of like, you need to show was like, it's too much. It is like they cannot take on my life as well as their life, or they cannot just be showing me all the time how much I am of value to them, or I am worthy. And they're, like they were the ones I then said, you have to define my worth. And it's like, no one else can define my worth other than me. So that's where it's like, oh, I would start getting into these relationships with guys, and then it's like, oh, I needed them to define who I was. I needed them to define my worth and my value, and oh, I need to actually find that within myself. I need to start from here and start to, really connect to who I am. So over on my Patreon page, the link is in the dialog box below, but over on the page, we do that. And I go into doing different things, connecting to your body, different guided meditations, but really starting to find who you are and really starting to connect with the energy of you, being you and what is true in you. So do take a look over there. But years later, after, discovering or realizing I was doing this with guys, I really had one that stood out for me. And I was traveling in Peru, and I actually was part of a community of digital nomads, and it was an organized group. And we were there for a month in Lima, and at the end of the month, we went over to Cusco and went to Machu Picchu. And in that trip with these digital nomads, it was all organized, and my roommate was a guy that he was gay. We became really good friends. But because he was gay, there was not the romantic, connection that we had, or I, would have had with a guy, or whatever, or could have had. And so it kind of was like, oh, we became really good friends, but there was nothing, beyond that. And it just was like, we knew it. And so it made that side of things easy. But what I realized is he did show me I was wanted. He did show me that I was good enough to, be around him and be with him. And as he gave me those things, I started to get kind of clingy. Like, I need this more. You need to be around me all the time. You need to be showing me this and hang out with me all the time and do this thing with me and do that thing. And he then started to be like, whoa. And it became really obvious to me because it wasn't this romantic relationship. It was instead a person I'd become friends with. And then I started to get this clingy, like, show me my worth, show me who I am, tell me, be around me as you hang out with me. That means I'm good enough to be with. And again, it's like these conditions in my mind of, you do these things means I'm good enough. You do these things and that means I'm worthy. So I was already putting conditions in there too, and expectations, and it was like putting a lot on him that wasn't his job at all to be doing. Instead, I needed to look within. Again, I needed to start here and be like, oh, my worth starts with me, not from these other people and the conditions that I'm putting on them and the expectations that I'm putting on them. So by the end of the trip, like, he and I had discussions because I became aware of what was going on, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I'm putting this on you. And we talked about it, and it was fine, and we're still great friends today. It's lovely. But I share again that example because it really became, illuminated for me that, oh, he does show me that I'm desired and I'm wanted. And maybe because it was from a guy, it, was like, oh, I'm actually getting this from a male energy, a masculine energy kind of thing. And I was feeling that even though it wasn't romantic. And so again, it really made me aware of these patterns that I was doing in my life and being like, I need you to do this for me, and it was this like pulling in desperately, needing it. So start to notice if you have those patterns in yourself. Like, do you seek outside of yourself to other people, to relationships, to define who you are, to give you value, to give you worth? And in what ways are you putting like these expectations or these, conditions on it? Like, oh, if you come back and talk to me, it means I'm good enough. If you actually continue to take me out on dates, then I'm good enough. Or, it's things like that that we're kind of like, oh, we're actually saying, X, Y equals Z. It's like we're actually saying that, oh, if this thing, then I'm, worthy, then you like me, then you are showing me that I'm worthy. And oh, but now I need that more. I need you to show me more often, and in more and more and more. And again, it's not something that they can meet inside of you. You have to find it within yourself. So thank you for joining me today. And if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And feel free to share some comments if you notice these things in your life. And thank you. I'll see you in the next video.